Hola! Guess what? I think I'm going to try to do something a little different. I'm going to actually use my grill later on today, but right now I'm going to do something that I thought about this morning, and I'm going to put it into chicken thighs. You get about 8 of those chicken thighs. You can get them anywhere you want, really. But what you want to do is you got to wash them first of all, and we will fast forward. What we're going to do today is inject these with teriyaki and hot sauce. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to inject them first. All you need as far as the ingredients, get you a little teriyaki sauce slash marinade, or just teriyaki sauce. Louisiana Hot sauce. It's my go-to. This is the only measurement I really know. I'm going to say about 3 or 4 tablespoons. Then you could take the top off of that hot sauce, but you're going to be very generous with that hot sauce. Check that. That's almost good enough to just take a nice little shot of that. Anyways, what we're trying to do is get the inside of these chicken thighs to have some kind of flavoring after it comes off the grill. Anyways, that's what you do. Make it about 1/3 of the cup, and that's a nice little drinking, a little whiskey glass. Now, like I said, the injector, let me find it. It's just one of those Cajun injectors you can get at the store. Whoa! Watch that. So you got your little needle on there. Pop it up there. Twist it on nicely. And it's just like, you know, a needle injection. So there we go. Injection. And what you want to do is you want to get underneath, inside the actual chicken muscle, underneath the skin. And we're not trying to do, we are not trying to inject the entire thigh, just enough to where you could feel it underneath the skin coming up. So with that marinade, I can go ahead and I can already see that, oh, it's popping right out. Under the skin is where you want it. If it leaks, it leaks. There's nothing else you can do about that. Hold up. There we go. Now we're going to do our dry rub. And I'm going to freestyle this dry rub because that's the best way to do it. And I'll tell you what all we have for that. We have adobo seasoning. Get that at the Latin section at any grocery store. And you generously top the skin up on this chicken. And then we're going to put some paprika on there. So after the yellow comes the red. And I'll show you what this looks like at the finished product in a moment. And then onion powder. You don't want to use too much onion powder. And you can use any kind of dry rub you want. But me, this is going on a grill, so I'd like to have my skin looking really crispy. And this, Old Bay. I know what you're thinking. Isn't that for seafood? No. Sprinkle a little Old Bay on there. It's actually a lot better than salt. It's about, what does it say, 30% less sodium if you use Old Bay. And you just put a nice generous amount on there. Not too much, because you already have the adobo has salt in it too. So anyways, let's see if you can take a look at this. That's what it looks like. Oh, that's nice. Now we're going to put that in the refrigerator. And put that in the refrigerator for about, shoot, I'm going to say about 3-4 hours. Let it all sit there, soak in, do its magic. See you in a moment. Well, the miracle of time fast forwarding 3 hours. Come this way. This is Murphy. Yeah, he's supervising. Anyways, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put those chickens that I had marinating in the refrigerator. If you remember, they have hot sauce, Louisiana hot sauce, and teriyaki marinade injected inside. And then also I put a nice little dry rub on top. So we'll look at those in a minute, but this is the most important part. You got to make sure that your grill is on 225 to 250. That's about it. And when I lift it up, it's gonna smoke up. So I'd like to save that smoke and that heat. And we're gonna do indirect heat. So basically what that is you got your coals on one side, and then you're gonna put your chicken thighs on the other side and let that smoke fly from the charcoal up to the chimney and out. And as it passes by the chicken, cooks it, smokes it. That's what it looks like now, a nice hue of orange. So come on over to this grill. So I've already had it seasoned with some canola oil. You can use any kind of vegetable oil you want. And what you want to do is indirectly put these injected chickens right next to the coals. Now you can see some of this didn't marinate all the way, but they are injected. So if you can see, I'm actually going to put 2 on top so the juices will be a nice surprise for the little ones on the bottom. So now we've got all 8 of our pieces of chicken just hanging out. Now we got some excess, so for the ones that didn't get a full marinade, a full rub on them, it's not a problem. Just put that excess on there and come on this way. You can see the coals are nice and warm, and they're not too gray, not too dark black, so we're good. So this is what we're gonna be doing for the next, I wanna say, well, I'm gonna open it back up in about 30 minutes to see the progress. But normally you just don't touch the thighs. Ladies, don't touch the thighs. All right, that's it. All right, so about 35 minutes have passed. I'm gonna go check on these chicken thighs, but I wanted to show you a little tip. So you can get these pecans, pecoods. You can get these pecan smoking chips at your neighborhood Walmart if you want to. This one is for a propane grill if you wanted to get that wood flavor or that smell. But I found that these work very well on charcoal. So what we do is, as you can see, the temperature is still around, well, about 275. Now check that out. That looks delicious. And I'm going to pull a grate up, and without giving it too much of a smoke flavor, I'm only going to take a handful of these pecan chips. I'm going to drop them right on top of the charcoal. What's going to happen is it's going to give it, while it's passing through my chimney, it's going to give the thighs, as you can see, it's starting to flame up in a minute. But the best time to do it is to let it go right now. Oh, you can smell it. You can smell that. Let it go. And then you're gonna slowly, you're gonna see it come up off the chimney. Give it a little bit of time and it'll start smoking up. And what you want is, you just want a little hint of that smoke flavor. If you overdo it, if you put all those wood chips in here, when you take that chicken out, all you're gonna taste is some smokiness. And unless you like cigarettes while you're chewing, it's not gonna be a good thing. There goes that smoke. But that's just the wood chips coming out, passing over the nice chicken thighs, and doing its pecan magic. We'll be back in another probably 20-25 minutes. Alright, so the darkness showed up and we are going to have to move this right along. But what I did was I brought a light out here so we can see the progress of the chicken. We also added some Italian sausages up at the top grate just because we had enough charcoal. And what we're going to do is we're going to try to see if we can get the thermometer popped in one of these chicken thighs without releasing any of the juices of the injected Louisiana hot sauce and the teriyaki marinade. So let's see what's going on. Oh yeah, that's looking a little crispy. And check that out. So this is our thermometer, and what we want to do is hopefully have this get to 180 degrees. Once you get to 180, you'll know that that chicken is done. Ouch, it's burning. So here we go. It's starting to move up a lot more. So you see that it's stalling out a little bit, and it's all at 170, and we're trying to get to 180. So it's almost done. You don't want it dry, but you also want it to be cooked. So I have my first real 6-string. I bought it at the 5 and dime. I played it till the fingers bled. But now it's time to let it go. So next time you see it, we're gonna have it on a plate, and you'll see the inside. I'll cut one open. We'll see what happened with the injection. But we gotta close this now so it can cook for another 10, 15 minutes. And that's it. We never get far. All right, so here we are. This is the finished product. So we have them done. I stacked them a little bit, make it look really pretty. We have my teriyaki and Louisiana hot sauce injected delicious barbecue chicken thigh. Now I opened one up over there, but forgot to hit the record button. So I am gonna be a guinea pig again, but I will let you know that the inside is delicious looking. Now I'm gonna point to a couple things. Right over there in this corner is the Louisiana hot sauce and the teriyaki marinade. Over here you have a smoke ring from the smoke of the barbecue grill. Then you have your crispy top. You got your crispy skin right there. So if I'm not mistaken, this bite is gonna be better than the last one that I didn't record. That's it. So what happened was that injection went underneath the actual chicken skin into the muscle, stayed there, locked in the flavor. When I cut it open, threw it into my mouth, the tang, it's really good. Now, the reason why I decided to use Louisiana hot sauce is because it has a larger vinegar base. And what you want is to have you want a little bit of a burn on your hot sauce, and you could use sriracha, you can use anything you want, but for me, Louisiana's always done it for me. Now this one here, you can see that's exactly where the injection point went into right there. You see that layer? That is pretty. That's all Louisiana right there. And I know that that's gonna be the best bite so far. You can taste it. You can taste the teriyaki, and then there goes the Louisiana. So, I'm very happy with this. This is a really good one for an example too, because that injection went all the way through. I wish you could smell this too. It's really good. The pecan smoke, can't really taste it too much, which is exactly what we wanted to do. That's good. So, next time you guys decide you want to try something special, why not inject your chicken thighs with anything? Whatever you have laying around. It has to be a nice thin sauce though that can go through the actual needle of the injector. You don't want to try ketchup, which would actually be nasty anyway. So whatever you have lying around the house, go ahead and inject that. Let it sit in the refrigerator for about 3 hours. Get your grill started, indirect heat, 225 to 250. Let it sit on there. I want to say that this entire process took about an hour 20 minutes. I would say that a good rule of thumb is to make sure that your internal temperature is 180 degrees for poultry, and you enjoy your cook. Go sit in a hammock, hang out, do something, listen to some yacht rock. That's it right now. So good. Thanks for tuning in. If you got any questions, let me know. I'll be here all week. Man, that's injection right there. Wow, that was on a whim too. It's hot. Love it. Represent. Shout out to my camera woman. Came through on a crunch. Heather Munoz doing it big. That chick is for you, girl.